what is the point of me stopping smoking when I'm probably smoking something as bad as a cigarette?
I'm Amy Buick for Mancunian Matters, reporting on whether vaping is really better for you than smoking. Smoking traditional cigarettes involves inhaling tobacco smoke, which contains thousands of harmful chemicals, including tar and carbon monoxide. These substances are linked to serious health issues such as lung cancer and heart disease. Due to this, some adults have turned to vaping. Some studies have shown that vaping has fewer harmful substances, but do we really know the effects vaping has on our body? I spoke to Elijah Gill about his transition from cigarettes to vapes.
I started smoking first year of university, like around halfway through when I was 18, and it was just cigarettes at that point. Usually I started with my friends would be smoking on a night out, and so then I'd just have like a drag or two of their cigarette, and then like every other night out from there, it'd be like, oh, can I have a cigarette? Can I have a cigarette? And then eventually I started buying my own packs, and it just sort of snowballed from there. And eventually I was smoking probably around 10 cigarettes a day. And then in between all this, because obviously you can't smoke at work, so I'd ask for some of my co-workers vapes, and so I'd also be vaping at the same time basically. There was a couple of times that I tried to quit, so I'd just buy like a vape, but never really stuck. Probably until around 6 weeks ago when I quit smoking cigarettes again and went on to vapes, which I'm still doing. Now, instead of the disposable vapes, I've just got a refillable one because they're very expensive otherwise. And to be fair, that's another reason I had to quit. Cigarettes really do cost a lot, and especially when you're smoking like 5 a day, so you end up having to buy a pack, every like 4-5 days. So it does definitely rack up in expenses as well. Withdrawal symptoms aren't too bad right now, but for the first couple of weeks were definitely there. Like, I was just getting way more cravings, I was eating way more. I think I put on like 10 kilograms. I'm not as bad about it now, but like literally a couple of weeks back I was like, I'm so fat. It was horrible, honestly. I was also having trouble sleeping and stuff. Usually before bed I'd have a cigarette and stuff like that, so it just felt really weird. And like, although I was vaping, it just never, it still doesn't hit the same as a cigarette. So it just was like, it was a lot harder to get to sleep. It felt like I had some sort of insomnia. Still struggling with that a bit, I'd say. It was also quite hard because I didn't want my parents to know I smoked. I was quite ashamed of it, I guess, because, it's something they always told me not to do, and then I've done it, and I know they don't like cigarettes, so it was really hard to try and keep it a secret from them as well. There's no stigma to smoking. It's just in my brain, I just knew it wasn't right.
I asked Elijah his opinion on whether vapes are better for you than traditional cigarettes.
Vaping has definitely helped, like, a lot. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still nicotine. It's still, it's still as good. And for a while, I was just getting the disposable ones. And literally, if I'd run out of one of the 600 puff ones, I'd go out to just a random this would literally be like 2 a.m. I'd go out to Spar and grab another one, some really off-brand that tasted disgusting, but I'd still smoke it anyway, just because it was a vape and it had nicotine in it. But at that point it was like, what is the point of me stopping smoking when I'm probably smoking something as bad as a cigarette? I guess it just I think at that point, that sort of got to me when I was like, okay, cool, I'm just going to buy the refillable ones. Just because they don't make me feel as bad. I still do think that vapes are as bad as cigarettes. I mean, there's still so many unknown side effects, long-term side effects. Like, you see with cigarettes, when they first started getting smoked, no one knew about the long-term side effects of it, and now they do, so now they post them everywhere. These have only been like a proper thing for what, like 5-6 years, especially with like young kids now. So no one really knows the long-term side effects of vapes yet, which is, again, very worrying. But you might end up getting the same thing from this, but you just don't know it yet, so in your mind it's okay. I mean, I do want to eventually quit vaping and smoking altogether. Just, I guess for my, because if health-wise, it feels like it's something I should do. I guess in my mind right now, I'm sort of thinking to myself, I'm young, so it's okay, and I can get away with it for now.